Welcome back to Built to Rise with Christy. And I want you to take a breath before we even begin today. Just one deep breath, in and out. Because what I am about to talk to you about requires you to be present, not distracted, not performing, just here, just honest, just you. Today we are talking about healing. And more specifically, we are talking about the things you are still carrying that were never meant to travel this far with you. Because some of you have been holding on to things for so long that the weight has started to feel normal. You have carried the hurt for so long that you have forgotten what it felt like to move without it. You have carried the disappointment, the betrayal, the loss, the shame, the guilt, the grief, the version of yourself that you wish you could undo. And you have packed it all so neatly into your daily life that nobody even knows it is there. But you know, and it is exhausting you. I want to talk about what happens when a woman does not heal. Not to frighten you, but because I think we need to be honest about what unhealed pain actually does. It does not stay still. It moves. It shows up in how you respond to people who are trying to love you. It shows up in the walls you build and cannot explain. It shows up in the patterns you keep repeating and cannot seem to break. It shows up in the way you shrink yourself in rooms where you should be expanding. It shows up in the anger that feels bigger than the moment that triggered it. It shows up in the tears that come from nowhere and the numbness that follows. Unhealed pain does not disappear with time. It disguises itself. And a woman who has not healed will unknowingly pass that pain to the people closest to her children, to her relationships, to her own future. Not because she is a bad person, but because you cannot give what you have not received, and you cannot release what you have never processed. So healing is not selfish. Healing is one of the most generous things you can do for every person in your life. Now I want to talk about letting go, because healing and letting go are not the same thing, but they walk hand in hand. And letting go is often the hardest part. Letting go does not mean what happened to you was okay. It was not okay. Some of you went through things that should never have happened to you. You were hurt by people who should have protected you. You were betrayed by people you trusted completely. You were left by people who promised to stay. You were told things about yourself that were never true, but you believed them anyway because they were said by someone whose voice carried weight in your life. None of that was okay. And letting go does not mean you are saying it was. Letting go means you are making a decision that what happened to you will not determine what happens through you. It means you are choosing to stop letting a past moment have authority over your present life. It means you are reclaiming your own narrative and saying, that chapter was painful, but it is not the whole story, and it is certainly not the ending. Letting go is an act of power, not weakness. It takes more strength to release than to hold on, because holding on feels like control, but real freedom is on the other side of open hands. I also want to speak to the woman who needs to forgive herself today, because sometimes the person we are most unwilling to extend grace to is ourselves. We replay the mistakes. We rehearse the should-haves and the could-haves. We hold ourselves to a standard of perfection that we would never apply to anyone we love. And we punish ourselves quietly, consistently, mercilessly. But you are allowed to forgive yourself. You made decisions with the information, the maturity, the emotional capacity, and the circumstances you had at the time. You did not know then what you know now. And the fact that you know better now is evidence that you have grown. Growth deserves grace. So today I am asking you to put it down. Whatever you have been carrying that belongs to yesterday, put it down. The bitterness, put it down. The self-blame, put it down. The story that says you are too broken to be restored, put it down. The fear that says if people really knew you, they would leave, put it down. You are not too far gone. You are not too damaged. You are not defined by your worst moment or your deepest wound. You are a woman in the process of becoming, and becoming is always messy and always worth it. Healing is not linear. Some days you will feel like you have made so much progress, and then something will trigger you and you will wonder if you have moved at all. That is normal. Healing is not a straight line. It is a journey. And every step you take toward wholeness, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. You deserve to be whole, not functional, not just coping, not just managing, whole, fully alive, fully present, fully free, and that wholeness is available to you. Not when everything is perfect, not when everyone who hurt you apologizes, not when life finally makes sense. It is available to you right now, in the middle of the mess, in the middle of the process, in the middle of the becoming. Put it down, step into your healing, and rise into the woman you were always destined to be. You were built to rise, built to rise.
This is Built to Rise with Christy. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so now for more content just like this. From all of us to all of you, we love you. Bye-bye until we come your way again.